Number 10. Yakiniku is a term denoting a Japanese technique with Korean origins of cooking bite-sized pieces of meat and vegetables on a table grill. It can also refer to a number of dishes cooked using the same technique. Yakiniku has Korean origins and was inspired by the famous Korean dishes galbi and bulgogi, although the meat in yakiniku is usually not marinated before grilling. Traditionally, raw, thinly sliced meat and vegetables are brought to the table and grilled by the consumers. The most popular meat for yakiniku includes beef, pork, chicken, and a variety of shellfish. Numerous sauces and dips are usually served on the side, from soy sauce and miso sauce to garlic oil sauce. Number 9. Tortilla, originally a corn flatbread, is one of the essential bread varieties that has been present in Mexican culture for thousands of years. The first tortilla was created out of the staple ingredient of indigenous cultures, the ubiquitous corn. It was an ingredient used by the ancient Mesoamerican people, who would store the corn kernels and later process them to create masa, which was then formed into balls and hand-pressed to create the familiar, round and thin tortilla. This ancient tradition is still present among some native Indian groups, who are excessively trained to perfect the art of making authentic tortillas. Number 8. These flaky, golden-colored, crescent-sapped pastries are best made with pure butter and a slightly sweet yeast dough. If made properly, the yellow-white interior should be just the slightest bit elastic when pulled from the center, ready to be covered with a pad of butter or some fresh jam. Experts agree that the croissant was heavily influenced by Austrian Kipfels. This pastry originated in 1683 as a celebration of the Austrian victory over the Ottoman Empire, its shape supposedly mimicking the crescent moon found on the Turkish flag. Number 7. Tofu is a unique vegan product, similar to cheese in texture, and made out of coagulated soy milk. The process of coagulation separates the curd from the whey, which results in the formation of protein-packed soy curds, which are stored in containers to retain a rectangular shape, making it readily available for further use. Most tofu varieties are created by the process of coagulation, but might differ in how hay are stored and drained, which affects the texture of the final product. The primary distinction is made between firm and soft tofu, which are used according to their composition and characteristics. Number 6. Also known as Chinese vermicelli and glass noodles, these thin noodles are made from water and starch extracted from mung beans, yams, cassava, or potato. They are characterized by their translucent appearance and extremely mild flavor. Cellophane noodles are often used in soups and stir-fries, but can also be served cold in salads. They tend to soften quickly when used in soups, while they remain al dente and soak up the flavors of other ingredients when used in stir-fries. The noodles are commonly flavored with vinegar, fish sauce, soy sauce, or chili oil. Number 5. Tacos are the national dish of Mexico, dating back to the Mexican silver mines of the 18th century, when the word taco referred to gunpowder that was wrapped in a piece of paper and inserted into rocks. It was used to excavate the precious ore from mines and was called tacos de minero or miners' tacos. Today, the word is widely known to signify the leading street food and fast food item in Mexico. Thin, flat griddle-baked tortillas topped with numerous fillings, folded and eaten without any utensils. A taco is basically anything eaten on a soft tortilla, and there is an infinite variety of them. In Sonora, in the north of Mexico, they eat the classic carne asada, thinly sliced meat grilled over coals and topped with salsa, onions, guacamole, and a lime wedge. Number 4. Ramen is a noodle soup that first appeared in Japan in 1910, when Chinese cooks combined the noodles with a salty broth. These curly noodles were of bright yellow color and more elastic than the Japanese noodles prepared at the time. The dough was kneaded with a sodium carbonate-infused mineral water called kinsui. In 1958, its name was derived from the pronunciation of the Chinese word lamian pulled noodles, and that same year, Nissin Foods produced the first ever instant version of noodles with a chicken-flavored broth called chicken ramen. Number 3. A quintessential American food, burger evolved from the German Deutsches Beefsteak, according to the New York Times food critic Mimi Sheridan. Its other name, hamburger, is a result of the fact that many German immigrants originally came from the port of Hamburg. Burger is a succulent dish consisting of, ideally, medium rare seared beef patties tucked in fresh, lightly toasted buns, accompanied by onion slices and ketchup or Dijon mustard. Of course, there is a variety of other condiments and vegetables such as salad greens and tomatoes, but they tend to turn the meat cold. Number 2. Sushi is Japan's most famous culinary representative, typically made with rice and fillings which have been rolled inside a sheet of dry seaweed. However, the term sushi is actually an umbrella term covering a wide range of subvarieties which can be made with a myriad of different ingredients and in as many forms and presentations. Although the dish has become wrongly synonymous with raw fish, the primary ingredient of every type of sushi is only vinegared rice. Originally, sushi was only a method of preserving fish, first developed in Southeast Asia, but it reached Japan in the 8th century. Number 1. The story of the invention of this everyday household name changes depending on how you define it. If you think a pizza is an oven-baked flatbread, its origins lie in the ancient Middle East. If pizza must have toppings, its origins date back to the ancient Romans and Greeks, who baked flatbreads and topped them with available, local spices and olive oil. But the pizza we all know today, made with tomato sauce, cheese, and numerous toppings, originated in Italy. It became popular in Naples in the 18th century as a cheap, nourishing food that was consumed mainly by peasants. The modern pizza as we know it today evolved from early Neapolitan flatbreads topped with lard, salt, and garlic.